Hi, Ann here from Backroad Buddies, and the video we want to share with you today is about Mount St. Helens in Washington. To get your bearings, this is the state of Washington, and Mount St. Helens is right here, mostly north and a little bit east of Portland, and directly south of Seattle. Here's a little closer view of the area. This is Mount St. Helens here. This was July 2nd, and we were camping up here in Lewis and Clark State Park. So we drove down and came in this road here, which is called Spirit Lake Highway. Now, Mount St. Helens is a National Volcanic Monument, which is managed by the National Forest Service. So this brown or tan area is the actual national monument. This green area is the National Forest. And then out here is actually private land, which is mainly owned by Weyerhaeuser lumber industry. Now, there was a couple places we stopped along the way on our drive in. There was a Forest Learning Center, which was about in here, and that was run by Weyerhaeuser. So it had some information about St. Helens and the eruption that occurred back in the 80s. But that was mainly about the forestry industry. So that was interesting. And then there's a couple overlooks where you can stop. One's Elk Rock and the other one's Castle Lake Viewpoint. We didn't stop on the way in because it was foggy. We weren't going to get any views of Mount St. Helens at that time. So we actually stopped at those two viewpoints on the way back out. Now here is the trail map of the area we were in. So here's the Spirit Lake Highway that comes in. So this is actually inside the Volcanic Monument, National Volcanic Monument itself. And we stopped here at the Coldwater Visitor Center, and that had much more information on the Mount St. Helens eruption itself and just a lot of interesting things in a little film. But when we got there, it was foggy, so we really couldn't even see the mountain when we first got there. Now, the road continues all the way up to Johnston Ridge Observatory, but the road was closed past the Hummocks trailhead because of an avalanche or landslide, I believe. And that may be a year or so before that opens back up. So we could only go as far as this Hummocks trail. Now, the Hummocks area is big mounds of rocks that were created from volcanic eruption. So there was a nice trail there, and then we also, besides hiking that loop, we also hiked about a mile up the Boundary Trail. Now, you could have hiked all the way up to the observatory, but we did not do that. And it was kind of nice. You got views of Mount St. Helens at various points along the loop, and as the hike went on, the skies started to clear up, so we'd get a little bit more view of the mountain. And then when we got out on the Boundary Trail, it was much more open view, and we had some really nice views of the mountain. And there was just tons of wildflowers everywhere, so it was really pretty hike even if you can't see the mountain. And then on the way back, we stopped again at the visitor center, and at that point things were clear that you could see the mountain. And then when we drove out, like I said before, we stopped at those two viewpoints on the way out along the highway. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Mount St. Helens, Washington.
Maybe.
Or
Or just try to pretend that he's not here so that we walk away.
Thanks for watching. If you want more details about our experiences, look in the description below for a link to our related blog posts, so check that out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Ta-ta for now.